So I recently made a video on Natsu potentially getting his END powers and having some brand new transformation with his Ethereus form and Dragon Force powers basically combined. And that was a fun video to make, and it got me thinking about final forms for characters. And one character that I thought could have the strongest final form, or one of the strongest final forms in Shonen, or at least in Fairy Tail, is our main female lead, Lucy Heartfilia, one of the best-selling authors in Fiore and Celestial Wizard Extraordinaire, and one of the best girls of the series. Now, Lucy has honestly gotten a lot of hate over the years, let's be honest, probably almost as much as Sakura from Naruto, but Lucy has had a lot of growth throughout Fairy Tail, and 100 Years Quest has given her a lot of great moments in fights, showcasing how much stronger she has gotten as a fighter and utilizing her own abilities, and obviously smarts in a fight. But that got me thinking, what would her final form look like? And that is what this video is going to be about. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. It really helps, and it shows you guys enjoy the content I make on this channel. This is most likely going to be the second video in my Fairy Tail Fridays segment of the channel. It's something I want to do a lot more often. Fridays will be exclusively Fairy Tail unless there's a particular chapter review coming out before Friday, so I can have a video for Friday. Either way, I want to make more Fairy Tail content, and any and all views, comments, and just interactions in general will help and make me more confident to make more Fairy Tail content. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the discussion. So, what makes me think that Lucy's going to have a final form? Does Lucy have other forms? Well, if you drop Fairy Tail by the Grand Magic Games, or Tenro Island, or before the final arc of the original Fairy Tail series, you probably don't really know this, but Lucy actually has a multitude of different forms, and 100 Years Quest has given her a few more new forms, and these are the Star Dress. Now, this form change for Lucy was something that she unlocked at the end of Tartarus thanks to the Celestial Spirit King, essentially giving her a bit of Aquarius' power after she sacrificed Aquarius' key to summon the Spirit King. And she was able to defeat members of Tartarus single-handedly, until everyone else got free and fought the rest of their battles. And after that segment, in the 1 year time skip leading up to the final arc of the original Fairy Tail, Lucy gained the ability to use Star Dress, which allowed her to utilize her spirit keys and basically get new forms or outfits based on the celestial spirits that she has from the Golden Zodiac. She has one for Taurus, for Leo, for Aries, for obviously Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer. The list goes on. And Lucy has basically 9 celestial spirits and 10 forms because she got Aquarius's at the end of Tartarus. And that in and of itself, it was really good because not only was she able to utilize a lot of the abilities of her celestial spirits on her own and fight by herself, but she could fight alongside her celestial spirits on more even playing field. And as Lucy continues to fight and grow, her magical power will begin to increase as well, allowing her to draw in more of the vast power of the Zodiac spirits, because it's stated for celestial wizards and basically summoner users in Fairy Tail that the magic of the caster, of the summoner, directly equates to the power that they can draw from their celestial spirits. So despite the spirits being stronger than Lucy when she summons them, there's only a fraction of their power that they could fully use in the human world based off her initial magic pool. And as we enter 100 Years Quest, Lucy only got stronger as she began to learn how to utilize 2 Star Dresses at the same time with a combo of Virgo and Loki, and in the battle against one of the members of Diablo's 100 Years Quest in the Labyrinth, she ended up using Aquarius and Gemini to make a really cool combo, making water clones of her, Yukino, and the Princess of Fiore to utilize an even stronger celestial spirited mega spell, Uranometria, which in and of itself is already an incredibly powerful magic, celestial spirit magic spell, which is just a crazy thing to use, which needed 2 celestial spirits to utilize. But now that she can use this new one, she needed 3, and the Gemini Aquarius one gave her the extra boost she needed. But the fact that she essentially is able to use 2 celestial spirit powers at the same time means that she could do multiple different combinations of all of her keys, and potentially more than 2 as the series progresses. Now right now we haven't seen her do more than 2 at once, but there's always a possibility she can do 3, 4, 5, or just all 12 Celestial Spirit Keys at the same time by the end of the series. I know that's stretching it, and Lucy only has 9 keys, and she's searching for Aquariuses right now. And Yukino has the other 2, which is Pisces and Libra. Now, I know it's stretching to say that Lucy could use 12 Zodiac Spirit Keys at the exact same time, but remember, at the beginning of Fairy Tail, out of sheer emotion, Lucy summoned all of her Celestial Spirits, with a few of them being Zodiac Spirits. So, with her relatively smaller magic pool at the start of Fairy Tail by the end of Phantom Lord, and her right now in her Jewel's Quest, she has a vastly more superior ether pool than she did at the start of Fairy Tail. And as she continues to fight, it'll grow and grow, and she'll, with more Practicum Stardust, become more accumulated to this power, and she could expand even more with different combinations at first, and then eventually mesh a bunch together. And that's where I think her final form will end up being, because if she can utilize all 12 Spirit Keys, like if she basically gets them from Yukino, or if she borrows them from Yukino, we could potentially see Lucy enter a form which I will dub, I don't know if any fans have done this before, so if someone has thought of this, let me know in the comments. She will basically enter her Celestial Spirit Queen mode, or the ultimate Zodiac Saint. I have no idea what the name would be, but I'm going with Celestial Spirit Queen Lucy, which I think would be kind of cool to do. And perhaps having all the Zodiac Keys, she could end up having power similar to that of the Celestial Spirit King, which, even though he was summoned, it was only for a short time, and I don't even think it was his full power when he saved everybody in the Tartarus arc, and Lucy wasn't even super powerful at that stage, and based on what we know about Celestial Spirits, and Wizards for the Celestial Spirits, Lucy was not as strong as she is now, and didn't have as much magic as she does now in her Jewel's Quest, meaning that if she were hypothetically to summon the Spirit King again, he'd be able to utilize more of his vast power. But again, this possibility is incredibly possible. She can do a Star Dress of all the Zodiac Keys that she has right now, and that could be her final form, utilizing all the abilities in one in really cool combinations. And that could be something that Lucy needs to fight whatever Ignia has planning at the end of the series. Like I said, the END Natsu will be against Ignia at the end of the series if Majima goes that far. And if Lucy were to reach the absolute pinnacle of her abilities as Celestial Spirit Wizard, she could basically utilize all of her golden keys, fight with all of her Celestial Spirits at once, and utilize all their power into some grand magic power. Or, maybe utilizing all the Celestial Spirit Keys for the Zodiac, she could potentially summon the Celestial Spirit King, or utilize power similar to or equal to that, as the Zodiacs are the strongest Celestial Spirits outside of the Celestial Spirit King in Fairy Tail lore, which would make a whole lot of sense for her to gain power by the end of the series against a dragon that would potentially be as strong as that, because, as we all know, in Fairy Tail, dragons are broken. Dragons are probably the strongest things in the universe, besides maybe like literal gods that we haven't really seen in Fairy Tail. Don't give me the 12 battle gods. I don't really consider them really gods. It's probably just a title, because they've just been fodder. We've only seen 2 of those. They've been fodder in this series, so I doubt that they would be actual gods, or it follows the same as Celestial Spirit rules, where their power is equivalent to that of the summoners. So we're going with that logic, but either way, dragons are basically the strongest things in this world right now. Probably outside maybe the Celestial Spirit King, and maybe Demon King or something like that, if that actually exists. But either way, I think Lucy, with her final form in the series, could be some big Celestial Spirit power, equivalent to that of the Celestial Spirit King, if we go that far. But if not, utilizing all 9 keys, or 10, because she is going to most likely get Aquarius at some point, have all 10 of those keys, use them at once, gain massive Zodiac form powers to fight whatever big enemy she has at the end of the series, or gain power equivalent to that of the Celestial Spirit King. I know a lot of this is a bit of a stretch, but Fairy Tail power scaling is absurd enough as it is, and kind of hard to measure most of the time, so this isn't really, too far-fetched. Again, I'm stretching for this, but it's a very cool possibility for Lucy. And I think Lucy, as she's been growing and winning more fights solo without even having to summon her other spirits to fight with her, and just her in her Star Dress forms fighting against strong enemies. I mean, she fought a Dragon Slayer, she fought an amped fighter in an entirely different reality. Lucy's strong. She's a lot stronger than she was in Sword of Fairy Tail, and she can handle herself with the Star Dress powers, amping her base stats. So I do think that her final form will have to do with her combining at least all of her Celestial Spirit Keys for some big boost in power. With a Golden Zodiac form, Celestial Spirit Queen Lucy does have a nice ring to it. But either way, this is just me speculating on the future of Lucy and her power scaling, since I did one on Natsu with the potential of his END form rising back up to the surface. But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm overreaching? Do you think that this is a strong possibility that'll happen with Lucy by the end of Fairy Tail? Do you think that this is nonsense and I'm just talking out my butt? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have anything else for me to talk about for Fairy Tail, whether it be potential final forms or new forms for characters that you'd like me to discuss possibilities of, tell me in the comments below, as well as what do you think is going to happen next in 100 Years Quest, and tell me if you're excited for the 100 Years Quest anime that's supposed to come out in 2024, which we have still not gotten a trailer of or an official release date for, so here's hoping for some news. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. It really helps. Shows you guys like the Fairy Tail content I'm making this channel and want me to keep talking about this series that we all love. And I will also continue to have fun making these videos for you guys. But with all that's said and done, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have an awesome day.